We are thrilled to have each one of you here today as we embark on a journey of insights. Today's event is a testament of the power of knowledge and the impact it can have on shaping our futures. We are privileged to have a stellar lineup of speakers who have graciously accepted our invitation to share their invaluable experience and insights. Thank you for joining us at Career Talk at IMAS, and let the inspiration begins.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First, I would like to thank the school, especially Ms. Halima, and congratulate her for organizing this talk. And I hope all of us, including us on the stage here, will benefit from these sessions and we can learn from each other, inshallah. Before I start, can I get a show of hands just out of interest? Are there any of you here thinking about doing medicine or becoming a doctor as their careers? MashaAllah, MashaAllah, so many. It can be perilous. It can be a journey full of its own challenges. But whatever field we are going to go through, I'm sure all the speakers today will say they have their own stories, they have their own struggles, because that is life. If we want to live, we just got to work and we have to face challenges one way or the other, no matter what we do. A point of note, maybe the best is to do what we like, what we enjoy, or we can like. Please, please don't do something that we really, really hate. Because anything we choose, especially in medicine, it is a life commitment. Because even the studying is long, a good many years of studying, and then if you want to specialize further and work, it does take time, and it requires perseverance, determination, and the preparedness to face any challenges, any difficulties that we face along the way. By the way, I was in the University of Nottingham in UK. It was very exciting, and I started my interest in horseback riding and going through the Sherwood Forest during those days, during my medical years. We can still enjoy life, but when we work, it is hard work, it is perseverance, and the terms will be longer than others normally because just the amount of things, and probably some degrees, qualifications required 3 years studying, but for medicine, it's 5 years or 6 years. Then we start our internship when the night and the days merge, and you can't even remember whether it's Sunday or Monday or Tuesday, whatever. When you say a typical day at work, is that it's going to the hospital, slightly not knowing what to expect, especially on a day when you're on call, be it a surgeon, orthopedic surgeon, whatever, or a physician. And we can meet exciting and interesting people along the way. And inshallah, I think it is a very rewarding career.
Alhamdulillah, I am indeed honored and pleased to be standing before you today to be sharing some aspects of my career as a lawyer. And I'm not sure if in this room there are anyone who would like to become a lawyer. Can I have a show of hands? 1, 2, less than those who want to become a doctor. I have just returned from The Hague, the International Court of Justice, just a couple of days ago to represent Malaysia together with the Malaysian legal team from the Foreign Affairs Minister with Foreign Affairs Minister to actually submit, to make Malaysian submission on the atrocities of Israel against the Palestinians. This is actually a very lucky group because you are the first one to be listening to this experience as a lawyer. And this is actually I would say the peak of my career. Dr. Putri may have more successes, but I think this is the peak of my career where I've always dreamt of becoming a good lawyer and a standing lawyer representing the country. This is the peak of my career, to be having the opportunity to actually fight for a very passionate issue that I've been following since I was in the university days. In Malaysia, we have either A-levels or matriculation, 1.5 years to 2 years, or even the diploma in law, which you can take for 2.5 years, and also you jump to the first stage of Bachelor of Law, LLB. Legum Baccalaureate, that is a Latin term for it. The plural form of a word is negated by doubling letter, hence LLB. Or literally it means law, bachelor in law and letters. So why is it called law and letters? Because one, you study law, and number two, you are very good at writing. You must be very thorough, very meticulous in your writing. You must be able to communicate your views, your opinions, and you must be able to communicate, especially if you want to if you want to become a litigation lawyer, you want to present your case in court. And they have the stage 2 LLM master's degree if you choose, and PhD LLD, which is doctor in law. The legal profession has a profound impact on the way society operates and how we collectively define ourselves. It's a very influential profession where you actually help the society to comply or to follow regulations. Yeah? Because law is all about regulations, about the do's and don'ts.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, Ms. Halima. I hope that my session will give you some perspective about entrepreneurships, about the industry I've been involved to in animation, in tech. Okay, so the journey started when we produced Didi and Friends, right? So this is our first baby, Didi and Friends. It started during 2014. Fast forward, in 2016, we get a demand from the parents that they want to teach their children some Islamic teaching, cartoon that have Islamic values. So we think that Didi and Friends is not, they are chickens, right? So they are not how to teach the children, how to teach children to take evolution with chickens. It's not doable, right? It's not right to do. So we started Omar Hana with the demand from the parents, your parents. So Alhamdulillah, 2016, Omar Hana was born, right? And now in 2021, we go beyond than making people happy. We started Duro Plus. So what is Duro Plus? Duro Plus is actually, our mission is to build a better future, inculcating good values, virtues and Islamic values, teaching to the children.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for this great opportunity to talk to you. I'm a big fan of IMAS, big fan of the faculty, the staff, the students. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I work in Microsoft and I'm working in Microsoft since 17 years. And yeah, still going good in this competitive world. Want to share something very. I was actually told to tell about some inspirational story to you guys. All right. I'm gonna take something out of my life, a best part when I was of your age, and then share it with you. Absolutely true, absolutely non-official, but it will have a very strong message in the end. But it will be funny also, I promise. So when I was in your age, I was not bad in studies. I was pathetic in studies. Pathetic. You can call it disaster actually. Honestly, a disaster. You know that typical family that has like 3-4 children, 3 brilliant, 1 disaster, definitely. Yeah, I was one of them. Right. So the reason I was a disaster was because of 3 things I hated when I was doing the schooling like you guys. 3 things. Yeah, maths, physics, chemistry. I hated them. I hated them from the core of my heart. You know what? No matter how much I tried to free myself, no matter how much I tried to run away from it, break the shackles, run away from it, I don't want to see. Whenever, whatever direction I go, I hit them. So, this is how, and I'll tell you, I share my reputation. In the colony, the area that I was living, I'll share my reputation. Few blocks away from my house, we were taking a walk with the family. There was a lady who was beating her child. It's very common in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. Off you go. Very common. So my dad couldn't see that. He asked the lady, "Why do you beat that child so badly?" You know what reply she gave? Yeah, almost. She said, "I saw him playing with your child." That's the reason why that guy was getting a beating. That's how my reputation was. Alright, so in that time there was a person who came to my house. He said to my parents, "Why don't you get this guy into computers?" I was hearing this conversation from my room. I ran to that person in that living room to ask him 3 questions. I asked him, okay, I will tell the first, you guys tell the second. I asked him, whatever computers you're talking about, I've never seen, I have not touched, I don't know about it. I asked him, does this computers what you're talking about has anything to do with maths? He said, not exactly. Alright, what was the second question? Chemistry. Third question, physics. Fantastic, you guys are great. So, the moment I heard 3 no's, I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. You know, not because I love computers, I had no idea about it. But because I know it doesn't have maths, it doesn't have physics, it doesn't have chemistry. That was the thing. So after a lot of requests, you know, that give me one chance, I'll do good, and please requesting, you know, always the 1000th time is always the first time for us. My parents got me admitted into Computer Technical Training Institute. And there, when I was sitting in front of the computer, I saw the computer for the first time that time. First time. You know, how was my expression looking at the computer? I was like, what is this? Because that looked like a TV to me. I thought, am I supposed to watch movies in it? What am I supposed to do with it? I had no clue, no mouse at that time also. So when I sat in front of the computer, I had tears in my eyes. I looked at the computer and I remember very clearly, I said to it, bro, whatever you are, if I am not able to do what you are supposed to do, believe me, you will find me selling some peanuts in some corner of the road or repairing some tire puncture in some toll road. Honestly, this is what my feeling was. And believe me, what happened after that? In 3 months, I became a teacher in that same institute where I was started to learn. Same institute, I became a teacher within 3 months. Next 3 months, I was assigned projects to different companies. Go there and do, because I was doing brilliant. I started liking it. Right. Once I started earning more. And then the same people who criticized me from the area, they started bringing their children to my house, saying that, how come your child has become like this? Because if your child can become like this, my child is definitely far superior than your child. He will become very quick. That's how they were coming to me asking about, you know, what change, what transformation happened. See how it turned the tables. Right. That day and here, sitting in a company where every IT professional in this world, it's a dream of the IT professional to work in a company like Microsoft. Excellent, brilliant company, working for 17 years. I'm working as a program manager. I manage a lot of projects, a lot of customers. I go to travel abroad, Singapore, Brunei, many places here. So let's So let's step back and see what exactly is the message that I'm trying to give you guys. The first message, very important message. Never underestimate anyone. Your colleague, your peers, your sister, your brothers, whoever you meet, whoever you see, never underestimate that person. Saying if that person may not be able to do as good as you guys, you might be doing brilliant, you might be doing great results, fantastic job, your IQ would be very good, and you might be doing great things. But if the other person is not able to do such things, that's okay. You may or may not get success, that's okay. But if you run behind excellence, you will definitely get success.
I've been a pilot for 13 years this year. Currently work with AirAsia. I fly the Airbus A330, and for those of you who know airplanes, those are the medium to long haul jets. So we fly to some of our destinations are Jeddah, Australia, Japan, Korea, and also China. I'll get to the questions that was given to me from Ms. Halim, and I'll answer any additional questions from the floor later on. So the first question given to me was what inspired me to choose my career path. And my response was I was inspired to become a pilot by a fascination with aviation and a desire for adventure. The idea of soaring through the skies and exploring new places captivated me from a young age. Additionally, the sense of responsibility and the constant need for learning and adapting in this field intrigued me. Sorry if I'm reading from a script because I don't often speak in front of people. The only time I address the passengers is from the cockpit, behind closed doors. So I'm a bit overwhelmed actually. So the next question given to me was subjects you studied and how these are relevant now. Okay, my studies included a comprehensive understanding of aerodynamics, navigation, meteorology, and aviation regulations. These subjects are directly relevant to my current role as a pilot.
I think once we sit in a dining table, there are a lot of foods, right? Okay. Sometimes, if we take all the foods together, there is a possibility that food poisoning. Are you agree or agree? Agree, right? Am I right? Or am I right? Here is doctor, pilot, engineers, businessman, academia. So once we are just giving you different kinds of things, it would be very difficult for you to digest. Whom should we accept? But you are free to go anywhere, okay? I heard, starting from the first speaker, she was asking how many of you want to be a doctor. Doesn't matter whether you would like to be a doctor, engineer, doesn't matter. But my question is, why?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Okay, what basically inspires us to choose our profession? I would say, first of all, we need to see what is my strength. Okay, I could have few strengths, different discipline, but again, you try to see which area you are so interested. So combine these two. Your strength and interest. Together, you can be anything. Because all the profession in all over the world is unique. We cannot say medical doctor or academician is the best, whereas any other is not right. So think about that.